Welcome back to the rcheliguide channel. In this video, we have an unboxing of two Walkera helicopters, the Genius CP and the Mini CP. The Genius CP or the Mini CP can be ordered with or without a transmitter. You can see here that they show the Devo 8, which is their new Dimension line of transmitters on the packaging here. I actually ordered it without a transmitter, and of course they just leave the transmitter slot empty in that case. And then next we'll show each of the individual components that are sent with the package, including an extra set of blades, the tools to adjust the dip switches, and potentiometers for adjusting sensitivity, 2 batteries, and a charger. And then this is a view without the canopy, and we're going to have a 360-degree view here. You can see the circuit board there mounted in the front. On the other side is the motor mounted vertically. And then you can see on the tail that there's a separate motor for the tail, and that's a common configuration for these smaller helicopters. Now switching over to the Mini CP, you can see here that again you can order this with or without a transmitter, and this is a very new helicopter. The standard transmitter they show here is a Dimension 8S, which has telemetry capability, and we'll talk about that in another video. And then again, I did order this as a bundle, but they chose to send the transmitter in its own separate box, which makes sense given that the hobby shop doesn't really know up front which combinations it's going to be selling, so they keep them separate. And then the components here are very similar to what we saw on the Genius CP. We have an extra set of blades, tools, 1 battery in this case, a charger, and a USB cable for the charger. And then the user manual is on CD. The charger is actually very interesting in that it runs off of USB power. And then here is a view with the canopy removed. And one of the first things that you'll notice is that the circuit board is actually now mounted vertically rather than out in the front as in the Genius CP. Another thing, as we come around here, you can see that the motor is larger as well. It is a brushed motor. The stock motor is brushed, but it's got quite a bit more power than the Genius CP. And then here's a shot of the two side by side, very, very similar sizes and shapes. But I think one of the things that the Mini CP, the newer version, has going for it is the balance that we have underneath the axis of the rotor. You can see here again with the canopies off that the Genius CP there in the back has a lot more weight out in front, including the battery. If you look where the battery housing is located, it's quite a bit off axis from the rotor, the main rotor, whereas the Mini CP has more of that weight aligned around the center of gravity. So thank you for joining us again for this overview of the Genius CP and Mini CP. And we'll have more videos to come, so please be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you back here soon.